What we do here is go back.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to TaylorMadeOtaku. Today we are talking about episode 12 of Alice to Zouroku, the finale of the entire season. What a season it has been. Let's jump right into this episode, guys. This episode starts off with Zouroku's friend whose name still escapes me. I don't know. I'll put his name right here. I'll put a picture of him and everything. Please don't crucify me. He seems to be meeting with some government officials and handing them information on the Alices for them to give to the entire public. And they're just like, I don't know if we can do this yet. We're not ready. He's like, just do it. It'll be fine. And they say, fine. If this doesn't work, we're going to cut ties with you. He's like, whatever. Just do it. From there, we learn that Sana and Hattori have been inside of Wonderland for 10 days. Or over 10 days. And everyone's in a panic looking for him. And Ayumi is, as expected, worried immensely about her friend not being found for 2 days. And she looks on her phone and she finds a text message from Hattori. And she immediately calls her and there's no answer. And she gets sad again, like, what's going on? And it turns out that stupid rabbit has her phone. And there's that. And Sana and Hattori are still looking for a way out. And it's established now that they're friends now. They're gotten along. Sana said, I'm not mad about anything anymore. You don't worry about anything anymore. We're friends now. And so that's real nice. So Hattori is about to use her cell phone to see if she had service. She's like, oh, I don't have my cell phone. Where my cell phone is. And this stupid rabbit starts hopping about, I don't know, like 50 yards away. They see him, they're like, oh, he's got my phone. Let's go get my phone. So he takes them on the wildest of goose chases through the most random of things. If you don't know, Wonderland is filled with a lot of random things. Like they end up around plants that are growing actual shoes. They continue to track down this rabbit, and eventually they come up with a plan to play like they're tired and pass out. And the rabbit's like, oh man. And he goes over there and he tries looking at him, and then they catch him. And then she calls Ayumi and tells her, like, hey, hey, we're fine. We need your help right now. And Ayumi's just like, oh my god, I've been worrying. I've been dying out of sickness. I never thought I was going to see you again. She starts crying. It's all very emotional. And they kind of make up as best friends. And then they tell her, hey, there's a door that you might be able to use to get us out of here. Could you go find it? So she's like, okay, I got it. I think I know exactly where it is. And she runs back to the crepe shop. And she starts looking here, stomping over here. And all of a sudden, this door just opens up. And she goes through the door. And while she's doing all that, she's just getting stared at by adults. And then the door pops up. I'm like, what the hell? Is that a door? And then she goes through it and it disappears, and they're like, oh my god, it disappeared. Adults are silly. Meanwhile, Zouroku and Saine are still walking through Wonderland trying to find Sana, following this pig. And then, like I said, this place is freaking random. And they end up and they're looking around, and Zouroku's like, why are there pancakes everywhere? There were giant pancakes that they could walk on. They were all over the place. And Saine's like, well, Sana does love pancakes. So they start walking around these pancakes, and there's a big bowl of tea, and they get on like a little, I don't know what it was. It was like a little makeshift boat that they just used to go around. And that was basically it for them for a while. Then Ayumi finds them when she busts through the doors, and it's a big happy reunion. And as soon as she finds them, Zouroku and Saine find them all. They all get there. They're on two totally different, like, little plateaus, islands, floating islands in the sky. they're on two different pieces of land. So the rabbit actually makes a like red carpet thing that goes from one and roll to the other, and then they all of a sudden they just had scooters. And the inner child in me was like kind of like, ooh, a scooter. I haven't seen a scooter in almost 2 decades now, but that's neither here nor there. They get on the scooter, they roll up to them. Sana is so relieved to see Zouroku. She gives him a giant hug. And he's like, are you alright? She's like, yeah. And he's like, good. And then the sky starts to turn like gray in some areas, and there's earthquakes outside, and oh, we have a dilemma. Turns out Wonderland is going to the surface is what they said. I don't know what that means, but apparently it's very dangerous. And then Zouroku is like, I'm too old for this. And he starts actually yelling at Wonderland. Yes. He yells at an entire world. And it stops. I didn't see that coming at all, and it really did make my day. It was great. It's kind of like when like your grandparents really get angry and they just yell and everything just stops. It was kind of like that, but with a planet. So the rabbit's like, this guy ain't playing no games. And he just summons like a little button, and he's just like, press it. And Zouroku's like, this better not be no damn prank. And he's just like, no, it's not. So Zouroku presses the button, and fireworks come out. And fireworks go off, and all the gray just disappears. And once the gray disappears, Ichijo actually falls from the sky and lands pretty hard on the ground. And she's like, what in the world is going on? From there, they go back through the double doors. It doesn't end up at the crepe shop. It ends up at Zouroku's house, and Sana's super happy to be back, so she runs in. She has her little shoes on. She's dancing, and everybody's like, I think you need to take your shoes off. And Zouroku's like, Sana, take your damn shoes off. And she just... And from there, Zouroku offers to walk Ayumi and Hitori home so they won't be out by themselves in the middle of the night because they have been gone for 10 days. And they get to Hitori's house, and Ayumi's like, hey, FYI, while you were gone, both of your parents were looking very, very frantically for you. So, there's that. And Hitori looks very, very relieved at that news, and she asks, like, hey, Sana, would you stay with me for a while? I can't seem to lie when you're here. I don't know what that had to do with anything. I don't know why she would lie to anybody, but, you know, hey, whatever, just go with the flow. And then Sana's like, sure, I'll stay. That's what I promised. We're friends now. And it's real nice. It's real nice. And she opens up the door. We see her parents like down in the dump. They're in some real folk blues. So she walks to the door and she's like, okay, I'm home. And so I guess she's expecting to get back to like the down and depressing life that she was living, and them just like, or them like yelling at her, but that didn't happen. Instead, like her mom like ran with tears in her eyes, gave her a giant hug and didn't want to let her go. And her dad was just chilling in the back like, oh my God. Like the weight of the world was lifted off his shoulders, and he had all the relief in the world that his baby girl was alive and okay. And that to me that's wonderful. That's beautiful. I almost teared up. Almost. I'm a man. So from there it goes to the government actually briefing the public about Alice's and saying they can be given to anybody. It's not anything. They just give you little powers. This was a result of the Alice. This was a result of the Alice. It wasn't like a movie or anything. It was like a result of, the Alice being activated. And the crowd's like, oh, neat. That was pretty much the end of the episode. Then it goes into the scenes during the ending credits of the last episode. That type of thing. I don't know what it's called, but you know what I mean. And we find out that Sana is actually going to school. And she was super excited to go to school. She gave Zouroku like the biggest hug. Oh, she's such a happy child. I love her so much. She's adorable. He's actually going to school with Hitori and Ayame, so that's fantastic. That is great. I love it. I love it. I can dig it. And it hints more at the end. Like, you remember the grown-up looking Sana from way back when, in like I think episode like 5. I think it was 5. Well, it turns out that's actually Sana in the future. It was confirmed at the very end. So that's something. That's the end of the entire series, guys. Yeah. It was a really, really good way to end it. I was very, very happy. As you can see, I am elated. Most of the time, I look at shows like this and I don't want to finish it because I don't want it to be over. But I had to because I had to make a review for it. But you know, hey, this is it's one of the more relaxing shows I've ever watched. One of the more endearing shows I've ever watched, and I am so glad I gave this show the time of day, and I'm really glad that it actually grabbed my attention and my heart at the same time. I guess all that's left now is to do a review on it, so look forward to that. I hope to get that out pretty soon for you guys, but that's all I got for you guys this time. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see something else, put that down in the comment section below. What did you think about the series as a whole? Put that in the comment section down below. If you like this video, this series, and anything else on my channel, don't hesitate to subscribe and join the squad. Until next video, guys, peace out.